Welcome back to the Trading Block. It's Kerry. This time I'm here for a market update. Today we're going to talk about the AT&T and Discovery merger. A lot of people contacted us, was unsure about the details of the merger and why AT&T decided to merge with Discovery. Now, AT&T, their revenue for the past year, 79% of that came from the telecom business. So again, that's their landlines, cell phone lines, tech, all that, just all telecommunications, whether it's business, personal, it came from that. 3% of their revenue came from Latin America, right? Now 18% came from the Warner Media. Warner Media, they acquired in 2016, and that's been a big part of them trying to get into the streaming network and just the digital broadcasting. Now Discovery, their revenue for 2020, 65% of that came from the US networks, right? 35% of that came from international networks. So, again, this is just a breakdown of their revenue for 2020. Now, what they're going to do is, they're going to take Warner Media, remove it from AT&T and place it here. And they're going to take Discovery, all of Discovery, and place it here into a brand new company. So we're only taking 18% of AT&T, placing it here, and then we're going to put all of Discovery and place it here to this brand new company. Now, with the projections and with the revenue streams and revenue numbers of 2020, this is a projection of the percentages of this new company. So 10% will come from Discovery's international network, 16 to 17% will come from Discovery US network, and 74% will come from Warner Media. Now, with Warner Media teaming together with Discovery, that gives them a chance to challenge Netflix, Hulu, and Disney Plus as a streaming service, because they have so many things and so many different contexts and things that they can put together that it does give them a chance to push forward. A beautiful thing for AT&T, then removing Warner Media actually helps them streamline and focus more on the telecommunications and be more efficient. Now, the merger is taking place, and they'll kick in around midway between 2022. Discovery shareholders will receive 29% of this new company, while AT&T shareholders will receive 71% of this new company. Again, they'll kick in around 2022. With this new merger, that new company takes on $15 billion worth of debt from Discovery. And from the merger, AT&T receives $43 billion from that acquisition. Now, there's many ways this can play out. AT&T has the ability to put their debt into the new company, take on the new company's debt, or they can take this $43 billion and place it within the new company, kind of give them a head start. But it's all up in the air. It's unsure right now what AT&T decides to do. We'll find out in the future for their future plans. But again, that's a lot of things on the table. Now let's get to the crux of the issue. AT&T cut its dividend stock, and that has a lot of people upset and mad at them, especially their loyalists. Because AT&T was a dividend aristocrat, meaning that their dividend shares always risen every year. So every year, their dividend share always risen. And that's why a lot of people were using them, especially people who were retirees. They're using them for their mortgage, to pay their bills. A lot of people and a lot of their loyalists were just depending on them because, again, it just cut out such a nice big share back to their shareholders, and that's why a lot of people were attracted to them. Now, these numbers that we're seeing right now on this side, these are this year's numbers. Now, these are projections for next year's. Now, I'll say this, for the numbers for this year's, these numbers will remain true until the end of the year. Unless the stock just kind of plummets and just kind of really tanks, which I can say I won't see happening. Again, that's just a guess from me. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, just a guess from the charts I'm reading. It won't happen because, again, even after the news of the dividend share cut, the price only went down to $29.40, $29.50, and that's right in range of where it's been for the past couple months, even before this announcement. So again, the dividend yield, right now it's at 6.95%, around 7%, which is a great dividend yield. Their payout ratio is 65.92. And again, another good payout ratio. That's why a lot of people love them. You take that, now for a year, the dividend per year was $2.08. So that's $2.08 per share you got a year. You divide that by 4, it's 52 cents a share per quarter. And that's why a lot of people were depending on them. Again, because that's a really good dividend payout. Now, the projections for next year, again, now these are just projections. We're taking into account of taking Warner Media away from AT&T, removing that revenue, we're pushing it to a new company, and now we're placing it back into this the equation. We're using the numbers 40 and 43 because AT&T leaders did say that they plan on making a dividend payout ratio between 40 and 43%, so that's the numbers we're going to use. So again, we put the numbers up. It's about dividend yield of 3.86 or a little under 4, which is, again, solid. Again, we're using the 40 to 43%. Now, we put that all together. The yearly payout would be $1.16 per share, or for a quarter, 29 cents per share. which is really good. That beats a lot of other companies' dividend payout and dividend yield. But it's just a stark contrast, almost 50% from where it was and where it's going. Now, the good thing about AT&T is for the past 5 years, it's either matched or beaten its expectation for EPS. So it's shown that it's growing and that it's really streamlined and it's focused on their revenue. And with them removing Warner Media, this can give them a chance to be more efficient in telecommunications and really put all their resources in being great there. Because again, that's where the majority of their money were coming from, either from telecommunications or Latin America. And there's another thing about it. They acquired Warner Media in 2016, but after they acquired Warner Media, they were struggling a little bit. Now, it doesn't seem like that because of their EPS and their revenue annually, and they were either matching or surpassing it. But in 2016, they beat the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones Industrial Average. But once they acquired Warner Media, they actually started struggling. It was below the S&P 500 and Dow Jones Industrial Average. So this may give them a chance to be better in the future. And with this new company, we don't know. They may pay a dividend, they may not. So it's all up in the air, it's all speculation, but we have to wait and see. But this new company does give a chance to challenge Netflix and Disney Plus, and it does give a chance AT&T to focus on their telecommunications. I'm going to hold on to AT&T. One, again, because their dividend payout is still solid. It's not as great as it was, but it's still very solid. Two, their EPS and their annual numbers are just really good. They've shown throughout the past 5 years they're constantly growing and they're meeting or beating expectations. And lastly, telecommunications is just a big deal in this country now. Like everything runs on telecommunications, cloud services, data. It's just big right now, and they've been at the forefront of that for a very long time. I'm going to hold on to it. Now again, I'm not your financial advisor, and I'm not a financial advisor. I advise you do your own research, look up EPS, the annual report, their dividend payouts, and their earn per share, which is EPS, and then their shareholdings, and just look into it and see exactly what works. My name is Kerry. It's been great talking to you. I hope that gives you a better understanding of AT&T and this merger with Discovery. Thanks for tuning to the Trading Block. Peace.